we all want to go 3 wide now.
It's a race, Terry.
Stupid son of a gives you the bottom, and then races you in the corner. But that little watch me wants to put me off. I'll see him after the race. Stick that finger straight up his. Loose in, loose off, too damn tight in the middle. Piece of that dumb not having enough room. No fucking driving candy out. Here we come, bitches. Let's go win this fucking race. Get out of my way. Holy shit, this thing is awesome. That's right. We ain't losing this fucker. And blam, blam, slammed into the racetrack. That wall straightened me out. I was gone. Hello? Damn, I don't get an attaboy or nothing. That was awesome. Okay, Templar, track bar is helping you, right? I don't know. Let me ask you. Track bar, are you helping me? That was funny. That 33 just cleaned him out. I'm sorry, Steve. I haven't listened to the damn words you said the last lap and a half. I was daydreaming a little bit about racing.
There we go. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Race Chatter, episode number 13, I believe we're at. I don't know. You can check in the title. That'll tell you. I'm your host, Corey Sherman, driver to number 3, Toyota Camry, blazing pedals, and driver to number 6, Supra and Camaro, and Cyber Thunder. And we got Tanner's off tonight. He had a birthday party or something that he was going to, so we had to recruit some new people, and that's why we were a little late. We had to recruit Amanda about 5 minutes ago. But let's send it over to Amanda.
Hi, I'm Amanda. Most of you know me. I am the driver number 8 in Blazing Pedals on Sunday nights in the Supra, and I am in Cyber Thunder on Wednesday nights. Can't always make it. Funny story, I'm actually the 116 in there. I'm supposed to be the 16. I started out as the 18 my first week, so it's kind of like a running joke with Corey. What number am I going to be this week? Yeah, that's pretty much me. So, Chris, what about you?
Let's see, Chris. One of the voices here at TSP, and just here for the Blazing Pedals section, actually, at this point. Although I do watch a lot of Corey streams, which means I do get to see a lot of their league stuff over there.
Yeah, you racing Cyber for a little bit too.
Yeah, racing Cyber a little bit. I might have done that.
Yeah. All right, who got up there in the corner? So everybody's tuning in for.
My name is Kyle. I'm drive the number 97 Camaro in the Wednesday night heat and the Thursday night Cup Series for Cyber Thunder. I'm also the Wednesday night admin and the Tuesday night Thunder broadcaster in Cyber.
Yeah, Kyle's a busy
wear many
boy
hats
out
over there right now.
I was gonna Canadian up this episode because Kyle's from Canada and I love my Canadians. So I wore my Puppers shirt. I got a Puppers in the fridge. I might grab that in a little bit. And yeah, let's get started. We'll learn about Kyle here in a little bit. Let's recap some leagues here. My tablet screwed up. It's just been a shit show from the start. Kyle, it's usually like this, so you're not missing anything.
Hey, you know what?
Corey,
I'm happy to be here.
The show gonna be all a boot.
Yeah, it's the show gonna be a whole boot. It's gonna be a boot racing.
The boot racing there.
All right, let's start off.
The boot at racing, eh?
Yeah, nothing like boot racing.
Do you guys have those races in the snow, like with the cars?
Oh yeah, on you have to go like more northern Ontario for that. But yeah, we race on Lake Superior, about 12 or 14 hours away from me. But you're still in the same province, so yeah, you can out there. And I think Alberta, they race on the lakes. It's got to be really thick, and you got to be pretty much borderline insane to race in minus 40 degree temperatures. So yeah,
On ice. Yeah.
on ice.
Do you use Celsius?
Yeah, we use Celsius up here. So, but minus 40 Celsius is minus 40 Fahrenheit.
Is it really?
Really?
Yeah, that's the even point. Yep.
Holy shit! See, everybody, you learned something on Race Chatter. See,
There you go.
Kyle's gonna teach you some shit.
Yeah.
let's start it off with the All-Star Racing League here. They were at Hickory. Let's watch their little intro. All right, All-Star Racing League. Like I said, they're at Hickory for 125 laps. Pole went to Jonathan Atkins. Outside pole was Brian Voss. They had 7 cautions there. And they were like little cautions. I watched the stream a little bit. And just little boops knocking each other out of the way. First place went to Brian Voss. Second to Brandon Elvis. Third went to the Tiger King, Dalton Creech. So that's your All-Star Racing recap there. That was the late models. They run the late models. So
I love that damn nickname.
Tiger King.
Hickory's are really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like
Tiger King.
Looks like they weren't showing too much patience there because, like I said, there's a lot of just a little tap. There was a decent sized one you might see a little bit later, but we're gonna have to wait for that. All right, we're gonna head on to the voice of Cyber Thunder. Kyle's broadcasting Tuesday Night Thunder. Tuesday Night Thunder. It's in the trucks. Whatever.
Yeah,
Here's
Tuesday
the intro. All right, Tuesday Night Trucks. What did I got here? Oh, go over. All right, there we go. 70 laps at Indy. Now, I saw on Discord that it's a little hard to pass there. But
yeah, it was really single file.
Pole sitter was Jamie Horn. Outside pole was Brett Wright. I'm gonna butcher this name. I've never seen a name like this before. First place, Jason Higginbotham.
Yep, that's how you say it.
Higginbotham. Yeah, I was like, why is this name so long? It wasn't even completely on the screen. I had to look him up in Discord. Second place went to Trevor Ryan. Third place, Cody Meadows. That was any takeaways from there, Kyle?
That was it was for Indianapolis. It was a pretty competitive finish. I think there was less than a tenth separating the first and second between Higginbotham and Trevor Ryan. Actually, with 3 to go, they both kind of pancaked the fence off of 4, and that kind of just brought them back together. And I think if they had another lap, Trevor had Jason, but it's just, you run out of time.
Yeah, did they have to lift at all in the trucks there? Barely?
It's a slight lift, just like
Slight
kind of lift to 60%, and then you're back in the throttle.
I gotcha. All right, so there's your Tuesday trucks for Cyber Thunder. Let's move to the Wednesday night heat. All right, this is one I did not participate in, but is this in your own backyard there? 40 laps at Canadian Tire Motorsports Park.
Yep,
So that's
a Mosport for us Canadians.
Yeah, I've only raced that once, and it was like 3 years ago in the trucks, and I liked it then, but I didn't have time to really.
Yeah, I didn't even own the track, and I was like, I don't have time to learn a new road course tonight. It's not going to happen.
It's like a fast Watkins Glen.
Oh,
There's a lot more less technical corners, and it's just kind of more sweeping lefts and rights.
Oh,
Okay.
I gotcha. All right, Paul went to what do they call you? Front row, Kyle Nadeau.
Yep.
I've seen his name a lot on the front row here, and outside was Cody Heinzman. 0 cautions. Obviously, it's a road course. They aren't going to throw cautions. First place went to Cody Heinzman. Second place, Kyle Nadeau. How far back were you?
Well, I screwed up on the last pit stop. Like, I was too far to the right, and Cody he nailed his pit stop, and I was 10 seconds coming out of pits, but I cut it back down to 5 seconds. We were neck and neck the entire time. I think the biggest gap on track was 1.6 seconds, and we would just kind of, it was like rubber band. It was like he would grow it, I would catch up, and then we would swap spots. But yeah, it just came down to one screw up, and yeah, it was my mistake.
Oh, that sucks. Third place went to Andrew Caldwell. That's recapping. Yeah.
Another Canadian.
Oh, is he?
No.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah, he
that's
was,
why you guys did so good there.
Exactly. It's our backyard. We've only got 2 tracks on iRacing, so
We're actually getting a couple more. They just
Oswego.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like,
that's exciting. Very exciting.
That's like
Can't wait
35
to try
minutes
that.
from us.
nice. Yeah, Mossport's about 2.5 hours from me.
Oh, that's not bad.
I'm gonna attempt to find every reason for him to say the word "about" tonight. I love it. I love it.
All right, we're moving on to Thursday night, the Saber Thunder, the Pro Cup Series. Here you go. All right, 200 laps at Dover. The Cup Series went. Pole again. Front row, Kyle Nadeau. Outside pole was Andrew Caldwell. There's only one caution. I was involved in that one. First place went to Jerry Isaacs with a bold fuel strategy. Second place, Cody Richardson. Third place, Kyle Nadeau.
Tell you what, I really enjoy watching your guys' Thursday night league. There's so many that go caution free, and it's semi-aggressive but yet respectful. Very racy. It's really fun. I sit here every Thursday night while he's behind me racing, and I'm playing a game, but I always have Corey's stream up, and then we go up and we watch the broadcast afterwards in his studio, and I really enjoy your guys' Thursday night leagues.
Well, yeah, this week out of 3 series, there's only one caution. We were talking about that before we got started. That's pretty crazy for 3 series running, and there's only one caution. I mean, one was a road course, but I mean, you can't.
I think out of the last 6 races, we've only had 2 cautions.
Wow.
A lot of talent in that Thursday night league.
It is. This year has been surprising with how few cautions we've had. The couple years, the trucks were notoriously kind of bad at the beginning of the season. Just, people getting their feet under them and everything, but then they would clean up and everything kind of cleaned up. I think there was a point one season where Wednesday night, 4 races in a row went caution free.
Oh yeah, Wednesdays are always the good races.
Yeah, exactly. It's Xfinity car. It's one of the best cars in the iRace.
Agreed.
Oh yeah. All right.
Yeah, Jerry, 2-stop strategy, and Cody and I were on a 3-stop strategy, and 3-stop didn't really work. I think we ended up 8 seconds behind Jerry. But yeah, no, it was Jerry's first non-super speedway win.
Oh, really?
And yeah, it was. It's nice to see. It's good to see Jerry get wins out there. He's one of the really good guys that I think everybody has no problem seeing Jerry whip our butts.
Oh yeah. Well, it was crazy because I think we were talking about it in our Discord that we were, I think, maybe 20 laps into a run. And he must have been, I don't know, however many into the run. He was running like the same times as we were. We're like, how's he doing that?
Yeah, he's really good at saving his stuff towards the end.
Yeah, when we were watching the broadcast, and I saw how you guys were closing quick, and all of a sudden it just plateaued out, and you guys weren't catching them anymore.
No, it was kind of weird how it all kind of transpired. We were planning, we figured it would have been closer than what it was. And I think Cody only ended up 8 seconds behind Jerry. And Jerry actually couldn't hear us the entire race. It would just come through as static. So we think he's got to mute Discord more often to win on other tracks.
Yeah, not pay attention to you guys.
Yeah, exactly. He was the only one that did the 2-stop strategy as well.
Oh wow, yeah. I was thinking about it, but right before earlier in the day, I did a little AI race. I did 60 laps and my tires were at 10% after 60 laps. I'm like, yeah, I don't think I should try that.
Yeah, Dover's an interesting. You have to lift a lot earlier than you would think for how hard the car sends you down into the corners.
Yeah, I was a concrete Corey didn't come out that day.
Yeah, I was gonna say like, usually concrete court is pretty good at these tracks, but
I mean, I did get a little mishap and went to the back, and then I worked my way back. I was at 7th at one point. I worked my way back up to 7th, but then you'll see later what happened.
You had a hat trick. That's what you end up having. A nice hat trick.
Yeah, I definitely had a hat trick. All right, let's move on from Cyber Thunder. Let's bring up Blazing Pedals and see what's going on there. Alrighty, Blazing Pedals went to Hotlanta, the new one, 196 laps. Pole went to John Perkins. Outside pole was Jamie Walker. There's 9 cautions. I don't know if that includes stages, but it might.
I think it does.
It does.
Yeah.
So
First
7.
place, the Iceberg. Chris Berg takes home first. Dustin Ping in second. And Mike Hamlin rounds out your top 3. Chris, what do you got to say about Hotlanta broadcasting it?
That was kind of brutal. I'm not gonna lie. I am
Could've
so
raced it.
used to not having a ton of caution for Blazing Pedals that when I get a lot of them like that, I think you guys can hear it in my voice. I start shutting down. It's terrible. That said, great job from Berg and Ping. I mean, those two drivers, they were bumper to bumper pretty much the entire race. And that's what got them where they were. I mean, top 2 drivers, and they worked together consistently throughout every 196. So it was pretty amazing. Great race for Mike Hamlin. Chris Carroll came up just a little bit short. Brad Lawson, top 5. A lot of names in the top 10 that we don't typically see. So it was pretty nice to see that.
I tell you, I was worried about the car at New Atlanta, but she was a little wiggly and a little crazy with new tires. But I actually really liked the car there. So because I really only like Xfinity there. Yeah, I really only like Xfinity at New Atlanta, and I ended up liking the next gen car there a lot.
I think that if you would have ran the high side just a little bit more.
I love that low line. Just don't dump me in a corner and I'll do well.
But if you would have run that high side, you would have found another couple miles per hour. And that damn car was fast. Your car was fast.
I love locking onto that yellow line, though. Something about it.
That was kind of my fault because when I got knocked out, she's like, "You want a spot for me?" I was like, "Yeah," and I saw that the low line started having a run coming up, so I told her to jump in front of Jason because I knew that he tried to push her to the win. But
yeah,
he definitely pushed her not to the win.
Poor Jason, he felt terrible. We were talking about that before we ever went
live. I knew it wasn't malicious. We worked so well at Daytona together too before that melee happened, and I was super excited when I looked in my mirror. I'm like, oh, thank God Jason's behind me. Sweet, it's gonna be great. And then you'll probably see later what happened.
Yeah. I gotta say that I'm really looking forward to tomorrow night.
Oh, you are?
You are the only one.
Anything but super speedway racing at this point. I am so super speedway raced out at this time.
So you want to go from super speedways to our worst track?
Yeah. Everybody always says it's our worst track, but
it is.
We go back. The last race or 2 have actually not been that bad.
What? I don't we think have 19 cautions.
That's all?
I think that's the low. Yeah, we're going to Martinsville tomorrow, Kyle. So it's usually our worst track, and I think we usually average around 19, 20 cautions there.
But we have a few less drivers this season, though. We usually have the field stacked to like 40 usually about 40, but we'll probably most likely have 30 tomorrow. I would say,
We've only started
quite a field there.
27 drivers total for the season.
which is odd, very very odd. Well, we know other people went and started their own league and everything, but it might not be as bad having 10, 12 less drivers. When you've got 40 drivers and they're all very competitive and aggressive on the track, it can get a little hairy.
Yeah. Martinsville, the brain doesn't always connect to the brake pedals, so
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
No, you're
Cyber's
right.
Cyber's kind of on a sabbatical from Martinsville because it's pretty much the same over there.
Sabbatical.
10 cautions. The night that Corey's rookie season in Cup, the night he won at Bristol, I actually won the other Cup race at Martinsville, and the Division 3 race that Corey was in went caution free, and we had 10 cautions at Martinsville.
No, there's actually one caution because that's the race that's playing in the background right now. Because I found the replay, I'm like, I'm gonna throw that in the background.
I wondered. I'm like, I wonder if that's his race. Oh, okay, I can see you going by there. Yeah.
Yeah.
We had 10 cautions. And it was just like every 10 laps, like, all right, come on, boys, we're
How many
better than
laps
this.
How many laps did you guys do?
I want to say it was like 130.
Oh, we're doing 300 tomorrow.
It's exhausting. Our races are long and exhausting. We all line beers up and stuff next to our shifters. Like I've got them below my shifter box, and
you wonder why
I'm
there's so
gonna
many
say,
cautions.
I'm gonna say 23 cautions.
it's very
I line them up
tiring.
right by my desk. I don't know. Maybe I do it wrong.
Like Dick Trickle, how many cautions or how many smokes did you go through? Like, well, how many cautions were there?
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that exactly happens too. All right, let's take a little gander at the points now after Atlanta.
Dropped 7 spots from that. Ugh.
Yeah, Rick Thompson, Brian Dees, Chris Carroll, your top 3 in points. Mike Hamlin. Corey, you dropped 4 down to 5th position. Alex Eriks, Derek Paulson, Ty Morosco, Dalton Kilrow, and Brad Lawson rounding out the top 10. The big one here, and I want to shout this out because as soon as I brought it up, I was like, no kidding. Fred Thompson in 22nd spot, Mark Arthur in 23rd.
And that's after this is the adjusted
That's
point
after it's
system.
all been adjusted. Yeah.
Because we were doing penalty points 1-to-1 for incident points. Well, they changed it back to 4 incident points is 1 penalty point now. So I was actually, I was actually tied for 3rd because I was playing it smart at Atlanta. I got involved in 2 wrecks, so I just parked it so I didn't get any more X's for penalty points.
Yeah. I love the fact that Fred is ahead of Mark right now. Just saying. Other than that, though, Philip has had a miserable start to the season.
That poor man.
Amanda, you got the banner last week, though, right?
Yeah, but I was still stoked to be in 10th place because I only have to miss 1 race this year for work this season. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to do everything I can. Last year I missed 4 races and I was out of the top 16. I was super stoked, and when I saw that, I was like, "Oh, come on! I am already out of the top 16."
Well, here's the deal, right? Is it's early in the season, so big gains can be made right now.
Yeah.
Every point counts, and you're only an 18th. It won't take much to get you back up.
I joke around with Corey now that I'm not an admin anymore, and I liked being an admin a lot. It was cool to be able to help the league with all the paperwork and all the announcements and taking care of social media and stuff. But now that I'm not an admin, I feel like I could be a little racier and push the limits a little bit more and not have to worry about any backlash. Not so much backlash, but eyeballs going, hey, you're an admin. You should be a little bit nicer about the way you drive. So
just looking at the math, Amanda, you're only 52 points out of first place.
Yeah, I was looking at the points. I'm like, this is doable, but I liked being up there early. So
especially with stage points too.
And you don't know what's going to happen with Jamie.
So this year has been the only year since I got in the Blazing Pedals. When did I get in? 2000. 20, because I started December of 19, that I got stage points. It's the first time ever that I got stage points was this season.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Um,
We got rid of them last season.
Yeah, well, yeah. So take out one season out of that.
But I've enjoyed. I mean, I can see the progress that some of the drivers have made, including you. But I'm looking at other drivers too, and it's like, look at this. This is awesome. They're up in the points. Brad Lawson, John Perkins. John has done well in points before, but let's see if he's able to continue. Dustin Ping, 13th. Dave Seats is doing well so far. Larry Bell, so far, doing well. It's just like, wow, that's pretty good.
Yeah. All right. Oh, just a little backstory too. If you're all tuning in, I know some of the cyber guys are starting to tune in a little bit more. Basically, True Sim Productions started to broadcast Blazing Pedals. So basically, Blazing Pedals is like the flagship series that we run on True Sim Productions, and then we used to do a show from our team called Shop Talk that we would do on my YouTube channel and Facebook and all that. Well, we decided to stop doing that, and we started doing RaceChatter that would cover all these different leagues. And I decided to bring Cyber on this year because I race there quite a bit, so that's why we're recapping Cyber. Even though they're not on True Sim Productions, not yet. Maybe we can get them on here soon.
Hey, you know what? We're still looking for a broadcaster on Wednesday nights, so it's fantastic racing on Wednesday nights. The entire field deserves to be showcased.
Yeah, we watch our streams back afterwards. Whether it's Corey's or he'll look at mine every now and then, but we'll usually watch a stream because there's not a broadcast to watch back.
Yeah, you had bad luck at Chicagoland. You and was it Brett Wright? Your clutches weren't working or something?
My steering wheel, it kept freezing up. It did it to me a couple times last year, and it got sent in to get worked on. And then when I go from qualifying to the race or practice to qualifying, it'll just shut down and not work. And Corey did everything he could, couldn't get it going, and he had to work on it during the week. And yeah, I've got nothing. So it's, I think, 4 or 3 races in the last year in the season that it just shut off.
It's a Fanatec with where it's got the little wheel inside, and it feels like the sensor just moves a little bit and just messes it all up. So
I was feeling good at Chicagoland. In practice, I wasn't the fastest, but I try to run off consistency as long as I stay away from trouble, and I can usually I have no qualms against being middle of the pack. I know my skill level. I try not to over push it, but I try not to get beat by people lesser than me. I don't want to say lesser, but however you want to phrase it. Yeah. But I felt confident enough. Yeah, I felt confident enough that I'm like, okay, I'm excited for Chicagoland, and I was like, you gotta be effing kidding me. And I sat here in this spot watching Corey's stream, just grumpy as shit the rest of the night.
Oh, you and I were racing around each other in practice, and I noticed something. You've definitely stepped your game up.
Well, so tracks like that, I actually like running closer to the wall, and I could hear you coming on my inside. I'm like, he's coming. But then we'd get to that certain spot where I could keep ahead of you, or just get past your front right corner just enough to hold my spot and my place in line. And so that was going to be my strategy for the night. I'm going to stay up here. The fast guys, they're fast and they're good, and if they can get around me, they will get around me safely. I'll stay up here. I'll be consistent. And the wheel took a shit. So
yeah. As long as, when we're, the leaders are lapping, as long as they run a consistent line, then that makes us happy. It's the ones that go onto the bottom and then shoot to the wall and then come back down. Those are the ones that were like, just hold the line, please.
Our boys preached that, especially my first year, because I think there was a few of us rookies my rookie year, and they just said, we will get around you. Just be predictable. Keep running your same line. And I'm big on communication, whether it's calling out wrecks, helping the drivers behind you to, hey, it's up high, it's down low. But also, hey, leaders, I'm going to go here, because who wants to be that shithead who wrecks the field other than Terry Foster? Well, possibly follow up
He
on
does
that.
love doing that.
Hey, Terry, we're 3 wide coming up, buddy. Terry, we're 3
I
wide.
don't give a fuck.
He literally said that, and then he like wrecked the whole field.
Yeah, we had a couple of those one season in Cyber. It was just like, all right, the whole path's with you. Can you run the bottom? No. Like, well, this isn't gonna work.
Mm,
Yeah, I caused a couple wrecks in the 500.
I hate it when something that's avoidable happens.
Be right back.
It's just
Go pee.
you want to be like,
aw.
It always seems to be the same people.
Yep.
It's just they don't
that's the
learn.
thing.
Yep.
Yeah. And I mean, it's racing, right? I mean,
Yeah.
you have every right to be out there to race, but there's a right way to kind of merge back in and a wrong way. And more often than not, you see them kind of just, and you're not hitting
You
the
see
brakes,
it coming.
especially on a super speedway, right? You're full throttle, but the guys behind you have such a run.
Yeah.
You're just kind of sitting still to them. We saw it like in Blazing Pedals last week. We saw it twice from the same driver. The first time was no bueno. The second time, he managed to slow the inside line a little bit, move down, move back in, and then continued on. It was perfect, right? I mean, that's what you want to do.
Yep.
'Cause you don't want to lose a draft. You want to keep going. Yeah, it happens.
But we've all had to sacrifice. I think it was either my rookie year or my second year. It was one of the super speedways. I think I was in a wreck, but they were coming too wide, and I got as close to the wall as I could. But I ended up in the wall, and I let it suck me in and drag me like the whole corner. Because I'm like, I can't pull it off the wall. I can't because I got to let all the leaders get by me. I just got to sacrifice the car and not be a shitbag and pull out in front of everybody. So.
Yeah. I had that
I'd
at
just be a
Richmond
shitbag.
last season for in Xfinity, or not Xfinity, in Cup. I wrecked, and I was down like 1,000 RPM, and I got stuck on the outside, and the entire field was freight training me, and I just put it on the wall and just kind of grinded it, just hoping to drop to the back.
Yep.
And then the car blew up, and I'm like, I'm done. Yeah.
Chris, when I get sucked in the wall, I like to reach for puppers. Here on RaceChatter, I have this puppers, and I have this puppers.
Aww.
Aw.
Enjoy a nice puppers. What's the tagline? Proud, golden, loyal. Get some in your local Canadian store.
I'm gonna have to go grab one out of the fridge. I've got a beer in Hi, Rip. That's my little buddy right there. He likes to wake me up first thing in the morning.
Yeah, Chris came out to visit us. Chris came out to visit us for Corey's birthday last month, and Rip woke Chris up with a claw to the face of, wake up and play with me, wake up and play with me. Yeah.
I did.
Yep.
All right,
I
let's
love this little shit. All right.
Let's move on. We're going to throw Kyle under the bus right here. We're going to move on to the pick'em section. Let's look at what happened last week. The Blazing Pedals. Oh, get rid of that. All right. So we have me and the fourth seat tied. They won last week with the pick of Chris Carroll, who finished fourth. So Chris Carroll's off the board for fourth seat. So that's the pick.
Yeah. Martinsville, huh?
So since Tanner's not here, he phoned in his pick. Tanner is taking Mark Arthur for Martinsville this week, and
so I don't get the pick.
Can I
you
go
and
next?
Chris? Well, no, you and Chris are going to pick together. You guys got to pick somebody.
Amanda, I
and
picked somebody.
Kyle's gonna. I'm going second because fucking. Tanner stole
come
my
on!
Pick. Yeah, Tanner stole my pick, and I know who you're. Oh, you couldn't. I might put you in the fourth seat. No, we'll say Kyle's in the fourth. You guys are the third. I'm actually myself, and I'm taking Chris Carroll this week at Martinsville.
Oh man, that's who I was gonna pick. Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right, Amanda, what do you think? Because I gotta be honest. I was pretty impressed by a couple of drivers last. What do you think?
Well, first we gotta think who's not gonna show up, and I kind of want to pick Zimmy, but he's only showed up, I think, the one race. I I really want to pick Jamie Walker, but his internet keeps shit in the bed. Like, if he's doing backflips again, Jamie can easily win there. The other thing, Steven T. Johnson. I want to pick Steven. I don't think I've
hasn't
seen him
raced at
all
all.
year. Yeah, he hasn't raced at all. So, I'm kind of at a loss for words. I kind of like Ping, but I want to get your opinion.
I was kind of thinking the 41 MFRD driver of Dalton Kilroe. I'm also kind of thinking short track driver, either Mike Hamlin or Ping.
Mike's a good pick, too.
What's up,
And he's
Kyle?
been doing well. I will go with either one. You can have the ultimate choice. Ping would be where I was leaning from, but I forgot how well Mike runs at short tracks, and he's got some momentum behind him from a good start to the season, and he's not going to want to lose it. So you get the ultimate decision, but I like both picks.
Ah, crap. So the first week I picked, my driver didn't even show up. In fact, he didn't even show up the second week. Taylor Butcher Benjamin is MIA. Somebody want to check out on him and make sure he's okay?
He's
That's who you wanna pick?
He's tried to connect a few times. I think it's a shitty college internet.
Yeah, I think so too. I'm gonna have to go with Dustin. I think I want to go with Dustin.
I'd say go with Ping.
Ooh,
He's
that's
solid.
the thing.
Yeah,
Well,
he's a
I
solid
wasn't
driver.
talking to you, Kyle, on the show. I was talking to Kyle in chat. Tripods in the wild.
Oh, okay.
You're probably like, what? What the fuck? All right, now we're going to throw the Kyle on the show under the bus because he really doesn't know anybody in Blazing Pedals, I don't think.
Are you going to
So
give him the
here's-
points to look at?
Yeah, we'll give you the points. Well, you can't pick Austin Edstrom or Chris Carroll. You cannot pick.
Okay.
And there's the points.
All right. How many races has it been?
2.
This is number 3.
2 races.
It's been
So this will
Daytona and Atlanta.
Oh, okay, so the season starts this week. All right.
Yeah.
That's actually right. I'll tell you, there's a couple of drivers you can't go wrong with, to at least get a finish.
Yeah.
But I can't tell you who they are.
Oh, that's
Okay.
mean.
You know what? I think actually I'm going to pick Corey.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh.
Yeah, put some pressure on him. But
Because you know
uh,
Corey day drinks a lot on Sundays before our races.
Yeah, he really
hey,
does.
you know what? Sometimes
Oh.
it's all you need to do at Martinsville to survive, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Oh.
I plan on just pacing anyway, so I'm gonna get
Sorry.
super
Yeah,
drunk
as long
during
as
the
Corey-
race.
Would you like to tell Kyle about the day our internet went out and we day drank all day long, or internet or power all day long on the deck? What track was that you hopped in and just annihilated everybody?
It was Dover, so everybody thinks I suck at Dover. But then I show up to Sabre Thunder and I'm really good at Dover, so I had to.
Yeah.
I haven't shown these guys yet my Dover skills too much, but yeah,
So we drank all day long because the internet and power or something was out, and then
the power
came
was
in.
out for like 5 hours and turned on like 2 hours before the race started. We didn't even practice at all.
2 hours is over. Not going to do it.
We thought it was going to be out till like 10 o'clock at night, and it popped on. He's like, we're racing. I'm like, you're drunk. And he's like, eh. And it didn't turn out well.
I every quarter I was hitting the fucking wall. Finally, I just parked it. I'm like, yeah, I'm done.
Just send it. Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
Yeah, I think I took out a couple of people. I think I caused 2 cautions where I think I had to do like a drive-through penalty. I'm like, I'm just gonna park it instead of doing this drive-through.
You're lucky everybody in BPL likes you. So
Yeah.
All right.
But yeah,
before we get into
all
the
the pressure on
videos,
Corey.
gotta go. I'll be right back.
Oh, he's getting
Oh,
a beer.
we're doing interviews now.
He's getting a beer.
All right, well, who are we gonna start? We'll start with Kyle, the man of the hour, front row, Kyle Nadeau. Why don't you tell us a little bit about how you got started iRacing, how you got into Sabre Thunder? Just give us your whole backstory. It's like a 30 for 30. On RaceChatter.
30 for 30. Okay. Well, I mean, kind of like everybody, just the console NASCAR games. My first NASCAR game was NASCAR 2005 Chase for the Cup. Just kind of progressing through there, and actually kind of went backwards for how real racers start. I did the real racing and realized how expensive that is.
Oh yeah.
And was like, you know what? I think iRacing's a lot cheaper. And that was about 8 years ago. There's an about for you.
Technically,
You should have a counter.
Yeah, just a little ticker. Yeah, and I just raced with some buddies from the old PlayStation days, and kind of took a year break. Just iRacing. If you're not doing good at it, it'll beat you down and just not be a fun place to be. So it took a year off, kind of reset, got better, learned some things, and my one friend started in cyber and said, "You might want to try this league. Like, it seems like consistent, it's broadcasted, and there's a lot of good racers." He started racing about 6 weeks after, and I just kind of stuck around and like, you know what? I like these guys. They're consistent, they're fun, and yeah, there's spats every now and then, but I mean, you're racing and you put a lot of time into it. People will get mad. I've I've gotten mad at some people. It happens. But
how long has cyber been going on?
I believe Tom started back up in 2019.
Okay.
I want to say it started as an old NR 2003 league, way back before iRacing, and then Tom Richter started it back up in 2019. He took a sabbatical. Mike Stuyvesant took it back over, and then now Tom's taking it back over again. And like how it was before isn't how it is now, but I would almost say it's a little bit better now that it's kind of grown.
Mm-hmm.
Just the quality of the drivers has come up a lot.
Yeah.
And like we've had 6 races and 2 cautions over the last few weeks or so. I think we've had 5 cautions in total in the trucks.
How'd you go to 3 series? That's what I really like about it. Like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Truck, Xfinity, Next Gens. Like, that's neat.
Yeah. It was 3 seasons when I started. It was 2021 when I started. Or was it 22? It might have been 2022.
I think I started in 22, didn't I?
Well, when did we do the drafting? We did the drafting last year, and that was
neat. That was cool to watch the drafts.
I think I did a couple races
so
before
excited.
that.
Yeah, when someone had to drop out and they brought Corey in, I said, as long as he's still on the board, I'm taking Corey. Like,
D3,
I know how
baby.
he races.
You went pretty late too. I'm like, you're like the fat kid in dodgeball. Nobody wants to pick you.
Oh, and I even said, I'm like, Corey's good enough. He does not need to be as a Division 3, but he's going to be an anchor in Division 3. He's going to be really good. And that season, I believe you, Stephen Mioch, and I all had a shot at the championships.
Yep. Yeah, all 3 of us on the team had the shot in our divisional championships, and I think did Steven win his or no?
Steven got his, because he cried in his interview.
Yeah,
Steven,
you didn't get yours.
No, I was.
Yeah, and I just missed mine too.
Yeah,
I think I was like 1 or 2 spots behind Daniel Keene.
Yeah, which I mean, we call him Cody Jr. So. Yeah, just phenomenal racing that entire season. It was a cool concept. I know there were probably some irons to be worked out, some ironing to be done, but it was. I wouldn't mind that coming back.
No, that was actually really cool. That
Yeah.
If anybody didn't know what happened, basically they did a fantasy draft. They had was it 40 drivers? Yeah, 40 drivers. They had 10
10
captains
teams,
that
4
were
drivers.
10 captains were the D1 drivers. Then you picked one D2 driver and 2 D3 drivers, and everybody. So every race is basically 3 races inside of one race, plus the winner of the whole thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, everybody would just be battling each other, and you weren't worried too much about the race. You were worried about your people in your division where they're at.
Yeah.
So that was
yeah,
really
and it
cool.
was all color coded, and it was the All-Star race the season before. I had led the entire thing, and I was like, I just want an All-Star win. I just want an All-Star win. And freaking Corey stole it from me on a fuel mileage race. I'm like,
Oh, is that
"Son of a-"
Michigan?
Yeah, it was at Michigan. Yeah, I'm like, son
Yeah.
of a bitch, and like I was running him down too. And when he came up for the draft, I'm like, oh, Scoop, he's a. I've raced with him. He's a sleeper. Not a lot of people will know about that, and it worked.
Oh yeah, Dan. We had a lot of fun on our team too. And the
We
cool
did,
thing is
yeah.
like you don't like pick your team, so it's not your buddies you're racing with. You're racing with different people, but you learn about each other, and you just start hanging out with each other, and they become your buddies too. When
Yeah.
you're doing like
Exactly.
Chris Letts, a lot of times when I'm just sitting in Discord right before the race start, he'll jump in and talk to me for a little bit, and we shoot the
Yeah.
shit for a while. Then he goes to his new team that he's on now.
Yeah, exactly. And now, he was the 4th one on our team, and like he said, he was just absorbing information, and he got a win in the Rising Stars last season.
Yeah, he improved a lot throughout the season.
He did.
And,
He has. Yeah.
tell him different stuff of what we were doing, all that. So, what do you got for setup over there, Kyle?
Right now, I don't really have anything because I'm up at my girlfriend's. But at home, I've got Fanatec, or what do you mean at Cyber, or what I race on?
What do you race on?
Or Fanatec D. No, not a DD.
At least I'm not the only one who doesn't know what I race.
Oh, you're up next. You're up next, Amanda. So you better go look.
Well, I used to have a DD2, but it Fanatec put out an update and it bricked it. So now I've got a really expensive table piece. So I went back to my DD2, or not my DD2, my CSL Elite. I bought some CSL Elite pedals off of Jerry. Been running VR. That's been a game changer. There's nothing like VR. People say triple screens.
I don't know how they don't
tri-
race VR. I could never not.
I always have to check.
Nice.
I look over.
Yeah, triples are nice, but VR gives you that depth of field that you don't get on a monitor. I've learned it's about 0.2 a lap, which when you're racing, that's a lot. That is a big gap. 0.2 a lap, that's about 2.5 car lengths a lap. So 10 laps, that's a second.
One thing I like about VR too is helps you out with restarts a lot, where you can kind of see them out of the corner of your eye, rather than, I don't know if people know that don't race on the monitors. You got turnover or something, like look to the right to see where they're at.
Yeah, just like console gaming. You've got that praying mantis looking thing though, like
the Pimax.
280, 300 degrees of
the DVD
view or
player.
something.
Yeah. Something ridiculous. I don't know.
I put it on
I
once,
love the
and
thing.
it's so heavy. It was like I felt like it was pulling my face down. It was so heavy.
You just
Almost,
don't
you
have
might
it,
as well
right?
just get a helmet at that point.
It does actually feel like a helmet when you got the headset on over it. Yeah, you gotta just work out your neck muscles, Amanda.
I think once you have the straps all set, it
Giggity as well. Double giggity.
Yeah, once you have the straps set up, though, it's no worse than any other VR that I've used.
No, my head doesn't. My head's not tired when I'm done racing.
Yeah.
Plus, I'm strapped
Yeah, it's
in.
no big.
Yeah, you have the motion rig too.
Yeah, I just added the crotch belt to it, so it straps me more into the seat. Because before I just had the 4 points on and have the center one down there, and it would start pulling up, and then I put those on so I don't lean forward a lot, so it tightens my seat, so I actually feel it more. And
You just wanted something to cup the balls.
yeah, I did. I rub against it a little bit when I'm racing.
You gotta cup the balls. You gotta cup the balls.
Tighten the straps, yeah.
Yeah, I rub against them, especially when I'm getting close to the lead.
It's good for the draft. It's good for the draft. No problem.
Yeah, definitely good for the draft. What's your favorite track, Kyle?
Actually, it's Martinsville.
I figured it was because you always say you love Martinsville.
Yeah, Martinsville. I'm definitely more of a short track guy. Tracks where you have to, use the brakes to turn and everything. Martinsville, Bristol in the background there.
What's your least
Slinger?
favorite?
Oh, my least favorite, Daytona or Talladega.
Yeah.
I would say my luck.
You don't like super speedways?
No. You ask anyone in cyber, I probably have the worst luck. Restricted plate tracks. Like
one thing I noticed this year is you don't have your bad luck. I'm always waiting for you to pit because I know there's going to be a caution, but it's not happening anymore, and I'm a little upset about that now.
Yeah, for the viewers there that aren't aware, I think it was 7 races in a row.
7?
7 races in a row. I would pit and the caution would come out.
Oh yeah.
There was a running joke where it was just like, okay, Kyle's pitting, don't pit with him because something's gonna happen.
Stay out.
It was 7 races in a row. Like you could have called me 7-time. My favorite driver is Jimmy Johnson, always has been, and I took the 7-time champions. His picture when he had all 7 titles, and I put a caution flag on each one of them and posted it and said, just call me 7-time because this is ridiculous.
Oh.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It was just, you get to 6 and you just had to laugh. And I'm like, why? And I would start apologizing before I'd pit. I'm like, I'm going to apologize now.
Don't come with me.
Kidding. Nobody come with me.
Stay away from me.
Yeah. And then, the caution would come out and you'd hear someone come over going over iRacing. Like, I knew I shouldn't have fucking pit with him.
Oh.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you want to stay away from Kyle when it gets close to pit time.
Yeah. I don't cause the wreck. I'm just the victim of it. And
yeah. Don't follow him in. If you see him pitting, you pull back out. You keep going.
Yeah. Pull out. But
you pretend like you don't want a baby and pull out.
Yeah. But I learned how to pass trucks, pass vehicles doing that because I'd be stuck in 20th and I'd still find a way to finish 5th.
Yeah.
Oh.
You learn how to use that traffic. Yeah, Matt Hall, you are good at
Yeah.
super speedways. I know if I'm close to you that I'm doing something right. You're
Yeah,
definitely
Matt
super
Hall's a really
speedway
good one
guy.
to follow on super speedways.
All right, let's move on to our other guest. It's her first time on Race Chatter. Amanda Sherman. How are you tonight?
I'm okay with 5 minutes notice coming on the show. I'm actually awake.
What's up,
I didn't think I
Philip?
was gonna be. Hi, Philip.
So yeah, tell us a little bit about yourself, how you got started.
Well, as the majority of you probably already know, Corey and I are married, and he'd been trying for years to get me to race, and we used to have his rig, like his original rig, in our basement, and I would hop in every now and then, play some games here and there, maybe run Daytona, just because, but just by myself. And then winter of 2019, we were drunk in the hot tub, and he's like, just try racing, just try it, and he hounded me enough, and like 10 beers later, I'm like, fine. He's like, I'll give you all my hand-me-downs, like, I'll build you a rig. And that rig right there, he built me in December of 2019, and he's like, you've got about 4 or 5 weeks to get up your license so you can get into BPL. I'm like, great. So I just raced like every single night, official, just getting beat to shit. Got in the Ladies of iRacing League. I don't know if anybody ever watched any of that. Some of it was broadcasted. It was not very good. They averaged about 30 cautions every single race, and they were like 60-lap races. So that was brutal. But the boys in our team Corey's team accepted me in TNA. Aaron, Terry, Corey, and myself, and then Chris joined, and Philip out in chat. He's part of it. They taught me a lot right out of the gates, and I was cautious my first season. In 20.
Yeah, it was called TNA before you came on.
Before. It was Terry and Aaron. It wasn't tits and ass.
It's not because of a man that's called TNA Motorsports.
So I stayed back of the pack pretty much the entire time, very cautious, wouldn't try to race anybody, but I don't know, what I finished, like 18th in points, and you got to be top 16 to get in the playoffs just because I was consistent. I pride myself in not causing cautions. Each caution I've caused so far, I think, was because my engine blew at Pocono each year. But no, I pride myself in being a clean racer, not being a shitbag out there, not causing a lot of problems. But I do get yelled at to be more aggressive and fight back a little bit. Don't give up spots when I know I can keep it. I'm going to do better at that this year, but I ended up falling in love with it. You know, I have a stressful job, and when I do VR as well, could never do monitors. I throw the VR on. I don't think anything else. I'm just racing. I enjoy learning the stuff. All the boys give me different tricks and tips. I had a lot of help from all the drivers in BPL. They jump in and practice, and jump in Discord or TeamSpeak, and they're like, "Hey, try this, do that." Road courses. We did the 24 hours at Daytona, and Dave Seats was amazing. He spent nights and nights and nights helping me practice, helping me get my road license up for that. So it got me better at road courses. So just made a lot of friends, like you said, in iRacing. Never thought I'd be friends with random people I've never met just by playing a video game. And
actually met them in real life too.
Yeah, met a bunch of people in real life. Went to the Daytona race, met Dalton, one of our best drivers in BPL, went out, met Chris with the rest of our team.
Oh, what? Don't smoke up his ass or anything.
You're laying it on a little thick, man.
Yeah, come on, man.
Down just a little bit.
What?
Yeah, you've talked a lot of shit about Dalton lately.
Well, Dalton's a pain in the ass, but we all love him, and we all know that he is one of the best drivers. So they call him Captain Save Fuel, Kyle.
If it's a fuel mileage race, he's one of the best racers.
Oh, you gotta be kidding. Like, if it's a fuel mileage race, hands down, Dalton's gonna freaking win it. His strategy is, like, the top level. But it's fun. It's addicting. Corey and I have a lot of fun doing it. And then next thing you know, we find ourselves playing games with Chris and other people 6, 7, 8 hours at a time that isn't even iRacing. So I love it because made so many friends that we do other things with in life outside of iRacing.
Hey, man. It's a damn good thing we don't live closer together.
I know.
Oh, yeah, it definitely is. We had a rough weekend.
But don't ask me what I race. I race VR. It's an Oculus something. Never use anything else. I got 2 little monitors so I can get everything set up.
I think it's an S.
Yep, just started streaming on Twitch. I'm not very good at streaming.
She has the Fanatec Elite wheel and pedals. And then
I tell you what.
I'm going to butcher the name.
So
It starts with a...
Yeah,
her
CSL Elite.
Yeah, yep. Yeah, her sensor keeps fucking up on hers. And then she's got the I can't pronounce the name of the shifter. She bought Philip's old setup. It's Heichenberger, whatever, but it's just a little. Yep, it's just a little.
So side note on that, it was funny. I started out with H pattern, and I ended up going to sequential. So when I went from paddles to, I started with paddles, right?
No, you were H pattern. You wanted to start with paddles. I told you no. Learning the H pattern.
So he said no. I was a little pissy about that, so I went to the H pattern. And then when we bought Phillips, I was like, I can't fucking do a sequential. This is bullshit. I'm gonna wreck, blah blah. And I had to go. I think I had to go back to H pattern for one race, or I forget what it was. But I was like, what the fuck? I need the sequential back. I can't do this. Once I just get into that blind VR routine, I lose my mind. When I switched wheels and I didn't have the right buttons and everything, I have to have, especially in VR, everything exactly where I know it to be. And I love my setup. Wish the wheel didn't fail every now and then, but He's like, oh, someday we'll get you a motion rig, or I'll get the new one and give you this one. I said, I love my setup. Other than the fact that my seat doesn't move, it's broken, so I'm like sitting like gangster style all the way back, so I have to lean forward while I'm racing, or else I'm like all the way back.
Well, buy yourself a
we
fucking
need to
seat.
fix that.
Yeah, save up your money, buy yourself a fucking seat.
I don't know if I'm allowed to
I got
say
you
it.
a new
I'm a
computer.
bit Jewish. I don't like to spend money. I like to hoard my money, so I'm like, I'll keep this seat as long as I can.
You know, if you spend it or Corey spends it, it doesn't matter, right?
It does. I said I'd set her up. I bought her Philips set up too. I'm like, all right. From now on, if you want to upgrade them, like you're on your own. What you want to upgrade? I'll help you pick something out, but you're gonna have to pay for it. Unless
we'll go to the junkyard and find a Jeep
H6.
seat.
Unless I go for the H6 motion rig.
I'm bringing my rig over, Amanda. You're good to go.
Yeah. I didn't care for the motion rig. I didn't care for it. I got in there. Well, I didn't care for it because I was doing Sonoma, and he thought it would be funny to sneak up behind me and put it on the highest setting. And I think I started on low, and I'm like, something wrong with the car, yelling out of his VR. He's like, oh, I put you on high. I'm like, it's not funny because now I don't like it.
For my birthday last year, my girlfriend got me an hour with this motion rig in Ajax, and it goes up and down, left and right. There's 8 points on it, but then it also does 360 degrees.
Ooh.
Oh, jeez.
It was
So when you rack out and you start spinning?
Yeah, pretty much. It was the most amazing experience I've ever had.
I bet.
In sim racing. It was there's nothing you just can't describe it. I did, what was it, Gen 4s at Bristol, and on my pedals I have the clutch as the brake, just because it's kind of cramped and tight together. So I get into this rig and I haul it down into turn 1, and I go to hit the brake, and the thing goes to the wall. I'm like, okay, what's going on? I'm thinking it's just my shoes. No, I was hitting the clutch. Going into the corner, I'm like, oh, that's why I'm not stopping. So I switch over to the brake, and yeah, it started slowing down. And then I took the W13 F1 car to the Nürburgring, and holy shit, no wonder they don't race there anymore. Like the big track, it was just, you come up the hill, the thing goes, and then it just drops away. And they said it was set up for VR, but they didn't have the VR set up because I guess during COVID, all that stuff.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Don't want your
they say to take gravel.
Getting them.
Yeah, I had to take gravel 30 minutes before, and I ran an hour on it. And just before my hour, I finally started to get nauseous from it.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't get motion sick, but he's like, "Are you good?" I'm like, "I think I'm done. I think I've hit my limit."
Yeah. See, I couldn't get one of those that does the 360s because I have a lot of asshole buddies in Blazing Pedals that would just spin me on purpose, like during practice and maybe races. Yeah,
not even there.
Definitely, my
that
teammates
guy.
would definitely do it.
That guy.
Yeah, I'll send you a video of what it looks like after. It's
I think you sent me that. It was fucking.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you sent it. You sent it in our chat
insane.
because you did it when we were on the team together, and yeah, it was badass looking.
Oh, like, I drove for work. I drove a Ferrari, and this is the closest thing to that. It's just how smooth it was and how cool of an experience it was.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, man, the favorite track.
Well, since everybody's shitting all over super speedways, and everybody knows I love super speedways, I love drafting, but I'll omit those. Texas would probably be my favorite, omitting any super speedways. Love Texas. I had one win there, and that was an ASRL.
No, that was Talladega you won.
That was Talladega you won.
Or was it the official? I have a win at Texas. Might have been an official.
Don't.
Yeah, I do.
New or old
win
Texas?
the officials. You win the officials.
Yeah, I did. That's why I ended up liking iRacing right away because I was winning a couple of them.
Oh,
Yeah.
It was probably Charlotte in the street stocks you won.
Nah, I fucking love the street stocks. I wish we could just do a full
there's so
season of
much
that
fun.
again. Oh my gosh! But I love Texas. It's fun. It's next to a super speedway. That would be the next one. So, and then what do I hate? I hate every single short track on the schedule. I hate every short track. But I think that's because of our league. We have so many good short track drivers in our league, and I feel like that piece of shit. Like go low, I'll stay high. The entire fucking race after 30 laps of how many 300 laps tomorrow night. I will spend 270 of them going, I'll stay high because you're all really fucking good at short tracks, but I'm going to attempt to be a little more competitive, but yeah.
Oh, a
There's
few
that.
weeks on
You
Wednesdays.
better.
We're going to North Wilkesboro, so
Oh,
I will call
that's
your
fun.
ass out
He will
on
call
the
it.
broadcast.
North Wilkesboro,
You
isn't
won't.
that the one we had to race 5 or 4 weeks in a row in your league,
I think
Chris?
6
we
weeks
just ran
straight.
it every
You
single
know,
fucking week.
we were getting ready to go, and we were getting ready to
Pretty
go,
good
and then
at
we were
it.
getting ready to go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Every week I'm like, we're really running this track again. Whatever.
All right,
The thing
let's
about
move
short
on.
Track racing, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yes, please, let's do that.
Let's go to the top 10. Race Chatter's top 10 of the week.
My
Yeah.
favorite part.
Hit the pace car! Hit the pace car? Hit the pace car! What for? Because you hit every other goddamn thing out there, I want you to be perfect.
Fucking racing etiquette, my ass.
All right, here we go. Kyle, you excited for the top 10? Do you know what the top 10
always
is?
love a good top. I do not, but I always love a good top 10.
Yeah, top 10 top 10 wrecks of the week.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, it's a good one. I think you're calling one in this. No, you're not, because trucks didn't wreck. But yeah, you've been on here before with
Oh, have I?
your calls. Yeah, with the trucks. Yeah, Cyber's been the trucks are on here. Oh, Michigan. Yeah, that was a good one. You guys had some
Oh,
nice
okay.
wrecks
I'll
at
have to go back
Michigan.
and watch that one then.
I think it was the end of the trucks at Daytona when they all crashed up, and I think who's it? Ed won it, or somebody won. I don't know who won it, but yeah,
Well, somebody won it.
yeah, somebody won it,
Yeah,
but they
Ed
all
won,
crashed
Ed won,
it.
yeah, Ed won the. Yeah, okay. Ed won the
Yeah.
truck race.
Yeah,
Oh
they all
no,
crashed at the end.
Paul Turner. Oh, yeah,
No, it was Paul Turner. It was Paul Turner.
races. Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
Paul
So
Turner
yeah,
won.
Paul Turner won the Xfinity race. They all wrecked coming off of 4.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Number
Running
10.
10. Yeah, look out for Tanner Marr. He is looking for one. Oh, the 14 getting loose.
Ah.
Look out! Look
Oh.
out!
Oh, these are a blast.
Oh, this race, me, Chris, and Amanda called this drunk last Saturday night
Oh,
after we
drunk.
did Race Chatter.
Oh,
Oh, coming in hot.
oh, there it is.
And it was an amazing race to watch and call, too.
Beautiful
Yeah.
paints. I love the old paints.
Oh, they're missing one car out of that, and it's the Oldsmobile, and then it'll be the complete set. And Noah Jr., he's pushing for it.
Mark said he didn't want to be up there anyways. It's okay.
I love
Oh,
that race.
yeah.
Damage fix will probably get
That was
I
a
almost
really good
remember calling
race.
it.
and wait for that break moment towards the end of the race to get back up there.
Oh, man.
Oh,
Oh, man.
it's a painful thing to see a car sliding
Let's go back
behind
to
you,
number 6,
knowing
Tony
he's
Miller.
gonna hit you.
Mm,
And those 87s are not forgiving.
No, they turned Talladega and Daytona. They turned into almost like 1.5 miles once
Yeah.
the tires wear. You have to lift so much.
good Corey go pee. Just put it on loop.
No, I'm right here.
No,
No, it's still going. Chris is showing us all these different views.
I was showing you different views.
Chris is
and
very thorough
Yeah.
on the replays.
Look, they're wrecking up front. We don't even know what's going on up there.
stuff. It's just a mess.
I've learned that if you come off of 4 and you're about midway down that side stretch, if you hang it to the left and then spin it back to the right, by the time you get to the grass, you'll actually start to like barrel roll big time
Mm,
through those. You get some.
Yeah, we were
spectacular-
noticing when we were calling that race that there'd be a crash in front, and then people slowing down. We're just sliding into the inside wall to stop.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Number 9.
9.
I can see what happened to Corey Sherman.
Oh, this is what happened to me in Atlanta.
Uh,
Oh.
Oh, yeah. And Kyle Wallman happened to Corey Sherman.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
was
this
early.
fucking, you know, those Wallman didn't even fucking lift, just kept hitting me.
Yeah, well, that's what you do.
That's what Kyle does. Hi, Kyle. You still out in chat?
And then you turn left a little bit, so you make sure you hit him again.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna
Yeah,
lie.
they take-
I'll tell you right now. At this point, I'm just gas on right now. I'm just like, fuck this.
Your race is over. You're taking as many with you
Yeah,
as you can.
I've taken as many as I can with me. But I
Kyle
love
had a
the
wicked run, but Dave Seats is the one that started that in the 14.
yeah. I love the caller. Really, let's go back and see what happened to Corey Sherman. Looks like Dave Seats and Kyle Wellman happened to Corey Sherman.
Yeah.
When have you known me to not call it the way I see it?
I mean, that's why you're one of the best in the biz. Hell, 42 race and Kyle's switching accounts left and right. Nowhere to go. You didn't even lift, Kyle. You can see you're hitting me. I'm trying to stop.
Look, if you're gonna change accounts, at least hit the thumbs up on both of them, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely do that. But I'm not. Me and Kyle, I heard him say his steering was broke after that, and my car was pretty beat to shit. I really didn't have any speed. I think I had 4 minutes of damage and got that fixed. But I was trying to draft Kyle, but he kept flying up because his steering was broke. The fella's just like, go around me. I'm like, okay, well, I got nobody to draft with now. I'm like, you're the only one that's close to my speed. Here we go, number 8. Oh, hit the button. There it is.
8.
Between Kern and Sherman side by
Oh.
side for about
There's the other one I was in. Oh,
There we go.
Oh, hey.
Yeah.
Oh.
Classic Dover.
Still in the gas, huh?
They were battling and battling.
Who, me?
Oh, more
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta go.
Yeah, classic Dover.
He's going to catch a little bit of that action, so under caution for the first time here tonight on lap number 6.
Oh.
Well, when it first happened, I'm like, I don't think I hit him. I'm like, because it looks like he's spun himself right off of me. And then Ed's like, oh, he came way up the track on you. I'm like, oh, okay.
Catching that right rear quarter, you can see that big contact.
Yeah, when you have
Yeah,
a
it's
caution
just-
on lap 6.
Yeah. The
That was the
car
only
gets so-
caution.
Let's see who then.
Yeah. Yeah, we ran 192
92
90
laps, caution free.
laps,
free.
caution free. It's like, oh boy, my arms were dead after that race.
Problems. And there it is.
But it was fun, you know what? Like, getting to finally race with Mad Sim instead of getting your ass kicked by them is an
Oh, it's a lot more
entirely
fun?
different feeling. Oh, it's a lot more fun.
Oh, I bet. I bet it is.
I was going to be part-time on Tuesdays, and we ran at Daytona, and I don't think I've ever talked that much in a restrictor plate race with them just figuring out strategy and having to do the swaps and everything. I'm like,
You talking about
this
Wednesday
is
night?
fun.
Oh, yeah, you're yeah.
Thursdays nights. Yeah, I was going to be part-time for the Cup cars.
Oh,
But just I ran the Daytona race, and that was a lot of fun. And then I ran Chicagoland, and I don't know what happened. I was way off the pace, and I was like, oh, maybe I'm gonna go back part time. But I switched back to the Chevy for Dover, and results improved. So no more Toyota for me. I'm gonna stick with the Chevy.
yeah. I mean, you guys almost beat us on Thursday at Daytona, but no, we just had that.
Yeah, you
strategy.
guys. Yeah,
we actually hit
ended
it
up-
perfect.
Oh, you did, yeah. We ended up, what was it, 2 seconds behind or something?
Yeah. No, I think
Yeah.
it's more than that because when we pulled what you guys pit with like what 5 to go, I think, and or however many
9 or
laps.
something.
Yeah, however
Yeah.
many laps to go, and we passed you guys. I look over and I see you guys coming off pit road. I'm like, no, that can't be right. I'm like, we're not gonna be that far ahead of them, are we? I was like, holy shit.
Oh, it
And
was
Jarrett's like, oh, I think because there was a pack in front of us. He's like, oh, I think we're gonna catch them. I'm like, no, they're coming off pit road. They're way behind us now.
yeah, it was like if we can, we had it figured out. We needed to get a certain, I think it was 30 seconds ahead, and we only managed 28.
Oh,
And that was the gap, and it was one of the switches got kind of mixed up, and we figured that's where we lost all of our time
I gotcha.
on one of the switches. But it's racing with Mad Sim is like racing with Hendrick Motorsports. It's a completely different way of looking at it, and it really makes you realize how good they are over there, and just how much you don't know about being good at iRacing.
You should come and race with TNA one time. You want to have some fucking fun. Usually super speedways, they're like, I think they're pitting. I'm going to pit. We're like, somebody pulls off like nobody else is pitting. Fuck you. We just keep going. We're like, fuck him. Or somebody's like, oh, I fucked up in the pits. I'm coming out way behind you guys. Sorry.
If there's 5 of us, if there's 5 of us racing and one person, everybody's like, I got 5 laps of fuel. Everybody's naming off. They got, well, I got 2.5. Fucking sucks to be you. I'm like,
yeah, that sucks.
Come on. And you're like, you're on your own, or they just don't say anything at all. I'm like, fuck you guys.
I have to pit. Oh, I know.
I practice drafting with like Speed Mafia because I'm like, okay, I'm gonna end up with like Rick and John over there, so I better practice drafting with them.
All right, number 7.
7.
Involved. Owen Zacharias
Ooh.
in the 35 as well.
Oh.
Not
Oh.
sure what happened, but we'll take another look.
Yeah, this is late models at Hickory.
The 35 might
Yeah,
have
Hickory's,
Wow. Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
Dang.
It checks up and everything fills up.
Barely slid in there, James Summers.
Boop.
Get another view.
That
That's the
was
problem with
intentional.
short track driving.
Jonathan Adkins in the 17.
Yeah, it did a little bit, didn't it?
This is back behind the
Yeah,
So did that.
that looked personal.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
Set him.
That one looked personal too. Yeah.
That was very personal. All right, number 6.
6.
I think that makes 3 or 4 on the night.
Was that Mr. Derek? Poor Derek.
Derek Paulson gets involved.
He got beat up bad Sunday.
He
That's
isn't the only
that's
one.
broke.
RT76 and Corey Sherman also.
He had a
involved in
rough
that.
race of other people around him causing problems.
What happened here?
Oh yeah.
Derek Paulson got into the back of somebody.
Yeah, and those next gens, like they don't. It doesn't take much to break something on them.
Oh, it's even worse as his
Remember that
teammate
gap we were just
was
talking
right
about?
behind him. He's the one that really spun him right towards the wall.
Oh yeah.
That's Todd Morosco in the number 1 car.
It's a
Yeah, I think
wrecking
we've
ball.
all been wrecked by a teammate at one point, and it's like I can't even get mad at you because it was a mistake.
I rear-ended one of our teammates under caution. I thought I was gonna get ripped
Oh.
apart. I still apologize, Aaron. I forget what happened, but I just rear-ended him. I'm like, oh, he's gonna yell at me.
Oh, F Aaron. He's got to show up to another
Corey,
race
you're
before I
muted,
compare.
Corey.
There we go. We have our own point system in TNA Motorsports. Depends how hard you hit somebody and what you do. You get we just come up with points, and yeah,
We
have
make
a
them up
point
as we
system.
go.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
make
if
them
we
up
wreck
as
a
we go.
teammate, yeah. I think I got 4 points for rear-ending Aaron under caution.
Either way, you come out with some.
Emotional damage.
Yeah, that's what they come away with.
Somebody got a new app tonight.
No, it's the soundboard for Discord. All right, here's your top
Yeah,
5.
it
Here's
is.
number 5.
5.
5. Hit it. There it is.
5.
Oh boy. I believe Mark Arthur got in it. It's not good when Blazing
With
Pedals keeps
Austin
being
Edge.
Yeah.
shown.
I was just thinking that.
I was just thinking, like, there's a trend here, and it's Atlanta.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it definitely was
Let's go
Atlanta.
back and take a peek to see what happened here, because it was.
That was when Mark popped
it
his
was
motor.
brutally quick.
Yeah,
The Barbie mobile.
the Barbie mobile.
Oh yeah, that ate that.
Yeah,
Ooh.
Yeah, a lot of that
It's just
happens
not
there.
pretty.
Who had to start from pit road?
The
for
smoke is very
part
intense.
of it.
Woohoo! Coming in
What
hot.
is that? I don't even remember
That's
who
a
that was.
clincher.
To keep
I
out
think
of it.
Chris was the number 9. Who's that?
Really,
Oh,
Bowen?
Bauer.
Let's go back.
Bauer,
Bowen?
yeah.
Bauer. Jason.
Bauer, Jason Bauer Jr.
Oh, he
Yeah.
was coming in hot.
Bowen's and Cyber. I get them mixed up sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the 87's Edstrom.
Looks like Arthur had a really good run.
Yeah, your front end gets so
and,
light there.
Oh boy.
Definitely
I'm
got
not
light. It
gonna
went up in the air.
Pretty sure.
I'm not going to say anything, but the Barbie car happens to be the owner of BPO.
Yeah, just wrecking
doesn't-
everybody.
Doesn't hurt my feelings at all to see the 12 car having trouble so far this season. Fuck the 12 car.
There is
Oh.
a wreck between the two of them a season or so ago that is kind of, yeah.
Oh yeah.
At Michigan.
Still a bit of an issue amongst them.
Yeah, and then I think, no, it was Martinsville, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, it was Martinsville. Yeah,
It was Martinsville, and then I think we were at Darlington, and Chris was going to lap down, and I was playing Mark for the lead, and he like blocks Mark, so Mark had to slow up, so I ended up taking Mark out. So I'm like, oh, so you made me take him out that way, so it did look like it was on you. All right, here's number 4.
4.
He is missing all kinds of pieces off from that car.
Oh, finally some crooked line.
Uh oh. Oh, reverse modified.
Ooh.
That's that owner of Blazing Pedals again.
It sure is.
Oh.
He got beat up.
Carroll.
That was a good one.
Looks like Chris Carroll might have gotten
Those are the
into
ones that
rear
hurt.
of Mark Arthur. And set
Right
that
off the front
machine
bumper of one
around,
Chris
guys.
Carroll, I
We're gonna
believe.
Look at it one more time.
Well, the way RaceCom sounded.
Ah, it does my heart good.
It came out of some of the drivers' So bad. mouths is that.
Yeah, it looks like right there, Chris Carroll was in the middle lane. He comes down.
Real slow now. Watch the 99 come right down into the bumper.
Going
Up the track he goes. Hard hit into the outside retaining wall. Catches some air, and that is it for Mark Arthur. He done.
Drivers had no chance to slow it down at all.
Now, the only thing I can say is I hated it for the other drivers that got involved, but, you know, Mark deserved it. Fuck it.
All right, run to the podium. Here we go. Here's your top 3. Here's number 3.
3.
3.
In turns 3 and 4.
Yep.
Not quite sure what happened. We'll take another look. Looked like they
Ooh.
were starting to wreck in
Oh.
turns 1
Oh.
and 2.
This one's taking
Oh,
forever.
that's what. Oh, this is one of those wrecks that it takes a lap
Thompson.
for it to
There
finally.
it is.
That is lit.
Oh, man.
The Tanner?
From up above.
Who is it? Who's the 0 for?
But I think
I don't know.
turns 3 and 4 right
That
here,
might
we
be
see
Tanner.
Thompson in the 44.
No, Tanner's the
It's a little bit
4.
of contact right there, and it looks like
Yeah,
they're
you're
both
right.
together.
Yeah, yeah.
There's nothing either of the cars can do. They're both trying to turn left, and they're both going right. So,
Yeah,
Hey,
Race
blinked a little
Agree.
bit.
Mm,
Look at
yeah.
that.
Minute.
I mean, he was just a little bit tight. Couldn't hold it down in the corner. Yee.
Yeah. All right, you
Oh.
guys ready?
Just a
Number
smidgen.
number 2. Runner up for number 1.
Oh, there's me just getting shit housed. Yeah, don't
man.
bump in the corner.
Of the field, Chris. It's only Chris Carroll. Look behind.
Nobody.
Yeah. The whole thing was on.
It was such a good run.
That one's making race chatter.
And there it is, the 18 cause of that one.
Race Chatter this coming Saturday night.
I love how
Poor Powell.
The top two got Race Chatter promos.
Oh,
That's making Race Chatter.
They got nothing out of it, man.
What happened?
I haven't brought myself to go look
Again, was Chris Carroll. This time up front.
Here we go. We're going to go for it. All right. You see
It felt like so nice to be up there, and I was just hauling
That's
ass.
problem number one. Let's go through it. Amanda got a little bit loose.
Oh, jeez.
And we took out a lot of good cars up there, too.
Back door, and
Yeah.
all hell broke loose from there.
I could barely steer. The engine was just shot.
Oh, Zimmy got into that one, too. I don't know if I called that.
Modified alert. What we call them on Cyber when they're missing their front bumpers and their hoods. Like, oh, we're good at the modified.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Well, you're about to see. I don't even know if this is a modified when he's done with it, but here's the number one Race Chatter's number one of the week. It's a long one, so buckle up. Chris shows us a lot of views.
He's thorough.
What are we gonna do here? Chris
Oh, baby! Chris Carroll dropping down to the inside of the Ford gets loose. Oh, no! Tanner Marr.
Well, that's Tanner.
For a ride here at Talladega. It's a big one.
No, it's not Tanner.
That's not Tanner?
That's Tanner.
Oh, it is Tanner. Oh, shit, it is. Oh, yeah, that's last week. Oh, shit, that's last Saturday.
Oh, man.
You know he's not happy.
Oh,
He just toes. He's like, fuck it.
Yeah.
That's all you can do. That car's done.
Is just saying
Yeah,
words
that's
that we
look at that, the
cannot
97
say
meeting.
here on
Yeah,
Truth
Chris
Sim
Carroll.
Productions.
Yeah,
He towed. And the worst part about that is he's gonna go a lap
Yeah, if you haven't
down.
figured it out yet, Chris Carroll
Chris
is
Carroll,
one of the
Pretty
top
good.
runners in
in your top
just about any
three.
division he runs in.
Yep.
Larry Bell, Mark Arthur round out the top
Dalton
five.
Kilrow
and
running
my
second,
God,
Brian
it's
Zimmerman
not done
third,
yet.
Larry Bell fourth, Mark Arthur fifth, but he crashes later. Jimmy Sanderson. That was actually a fun race. Yeah, that was fun.
I don't know how that got initiated, but it still
It was
stinks.
fun to.
And you guys can also hear that we did not have a lot of beverages before we broadcasted this race.
Mm.
With only 6 to go.
Well, we did Race Chatter and then the broadcast. And it's a free broadcast, by the way. It was kind of like a, hey, you guys want to do this kind of thing? Like, we know it's not planned, so you get what you pay for. You didn't pay for anything.
You get what you pay for.
Yeah, it was free, so you got a free broadcast.
Those wrecks that when you're in VR and you get
One more time.
hooked to the outside wall, those are the ones that, like, you know, you kind of just take the VR off and just let your brain and your eyes catch up. Just like, oh boy, those ones hurt.
Do it gets into the 15. The 15 comes
Yeah,
down.
just
the
the sudden
and
snap.
all hell
Yep.
breaks loose as he goes.
I bet if that was real life, that would have went into the stands right there.
Yeah,
Tanner Marr.
I had a wreck in an ARCA car at Texas one time, and it just kind of hit it flush with the right side, and I had to take the VR off, and it went,
I am looking at Tanner
wow,
Marr.
I'm glad this wasn't real because
Crap.
that was a hard hit.
Finally gets back to the 4 tires.
I gotta say
Tell you what. Oh, it gets
that the crash physics has definitely improved in iRacing throughout the
Corey,
years.
if you don't have
They have, yeah. None of this, like, you hit the wall and, like, it feels like the cars have weight. That Texas wreck was the one where I kind of realized that they put weight in the cars,
And you see it
and
right there.
just
Him
me
and
feel.
Mark Arthur get together.
But
and
you can
he
watch
is
the suspension. You can watch it all kind of happen.
from the-
Look at that little.
Yeah,
tire.
look at that.
Before it gets into the four
Yep.
car, and that's what flips him upside down.
What's his sponsor? Race EPI?
You too? I don't know.
Oh, we sure.
I've never seen that sponsor on. It keeps spinning. I can't see it on Tanner's car before.
Well, tell them not to crash, then you can see it.
Yeah, don't crash, Tanner, so I can see your sponsors.
Hold on, because we're not done yet.
Oh, this will be a good one.
Yeah, we're not done.
We-
Ain't done
we-
yet. Oh,
we gotta show this the right way here.
yeah, we do.
We gotta.
Takes
do
Chris a minute
the
to figure out the cockpit view.
view.
There it is.
Because I was drunk. Okay.
'Cause
Race
this
EPI. Kyle goes
right
ahead.
here. Could be
It's a
number
setup shop.
one
Okay.
Next
Take
Saturday
your
night.
hands off the wheel, Tanner. You're gonna break your wrist.
That just doesn't look fun.
Oh, poor Ted.
And you're right. If you're in VR in that one, it sucks.
Yeah. It definitely
Especially,
sucks.
I don't know if you guys have had the doing the open wheel cars when their suspension kind of messes up and for some like the wheels don't break and it just turns you into a tornado. Those are the rough
Oh,
ones.
Jesus. Have you ever done?
I had one.
Have you ever done the like the Indy cars at Daytona in VR?
Oh yeah, that's
That is nuts.
oh man, you get racing and you're driving undercars and you're ducking because like
Yeah.
there's so many cars are flying at you.
What's the figure 8 with the jump? We used to do fun races on like holidays where like we'd have 10,
Irwindale?
15, 20 people
Yeah.
that have like nothing
Yeah.
going
We did them
on.
in
We're
the
like, let's do some
Mazdas.
fun races. Oh my
Oh.
god! In
You can do
VR,
multi-class.
you're
That's
racing and you like glance over and you're like, oh, he's going airborne. He's gonna land on my fucking roof. You gotta be kidding me!
Yeah.
Oh, it was the best in VR.
Yeah, VR is just, some people
do
have
we-
gone back from VR to triples, and it's like, they say triples are better. It's like, no, VR, you can't beat VR.
If my VR went out, I just wouldn't even race for the night. I wouldn't try to
I
do it
wouldn't
on the
either.
tiny monitors. No.
Yeah.
I've always done it in VR. I've never done it on monitors, so I wouldn't even know how to do it.
I went from a monitor to VR, and I've never gone back since. I think I would do a lap just to get the points for starting, and then call it a night because it's.
Oh,
yeah,
of course.
yeah.
Done that.
He did a
Speaking of
start
that-
and park once.
I did one lap, and I had to wait till they were under caution to do my lap. I did it on a controller at
We
New
were on
Hampshire
vacation.
on a laptop.
We were
I made it around. I made it around, pulled it in the pits, and parked it.
We were in Orlando with his parents and some friends and stuff on vacation, and we were walking around, and we found one of their neighbors' back patio decks, and Corey's carrying his laptop. I'm following him with like a Wi-Fi and your controller and shit like that, or whatever we were doing,
Yeah.
and we're sitting
We
there in the
had to
dark.
use my parents' Wi-Fi sucks, so I had to steal their friend's Wi-Fi from their deck.
And he just rode the apron, I think, the entire time. He's like, "This is so hard." We're like sitting.
Yeah,
on
it's
the
like,
edge of the living room. He's like, "I gotta do
My
a start
cousin-
park. I gotta get the points." I'm like, "This is horrendous. That is the worst lap I've ever seen." He's on his little laptop trying to watch.
Yeah.
But it was a victory
Oh,
when we
no.
got it done.
Yeah.
Every point counts.
Every point
My
does
cousin
count.
won a Legends race on controller
Holy
one
shit.
time. Yeah, and I think he won. I think he won 2 or 3 races on
Wow.
controller. I'm like,
Damn,
I've never done that, and that's impressive, man.
that's
I
very
struggle with
impressive.
Mario Kart on a controller. I'm like, I want to do
Yeah.
Mario Kart in VR. Like, love doing Mario Kart, but even with a controller, I'm like, this is bullshit now.
Oh, yeah. I want to set up just a controller race or just a keyboard and a mouse race because it's obvious because it's
Oh yeah, it's
either
back
on
and
or
forth,
off.
back and forth, back and forth.
Yeah. Try to save a race car on a mouse.
Well, we had no fan submissions this week. I'm a little disappointed in you guys. So the link's down below. If you guys got anything cool you want to send us, you can send us anything from your streams to real racing to finishes, racks that we don't show on here. Just send it in. I'll play anything, so it doesn't fucking matter what you send it in. So
Hey, now that you say that, I'll send some from my Monday night league that we run.
Heck
oh
yeah.
yeah,
run with eight.
yeah.
So
The link's
Everything
down
is
below.
welcome.
It's super easy. It's called Driver Uploader. All you do is you click on the link and you just open your video, put it in there. It uploads it to my Google Drive. Then I just grab them all each week and throw them in here. I barely look at them. I just look at the names and tag the names. So I don't.
All right,
I usually see them when everybody else sees them because I like to be surprised. But we do have a fucking embarrassing of the week.
Best segment of each week.
Here we go.
So this is the hat
We'll
trick.
we'll play the intro.
So this is the hat trick. So you guys have to watch it in its entirety.
Fucking embarrassing!
So I haven't seen anything in the past since we started doing this from anybody. I kind of brought to myself of calling anybody else yet, but myself. Like the first one I showed, it was me missing my cup holder, dropping my full beer on the floor, and all that. But this one happened at Dover, and this is why I finished 12th at Dover. I did a hat trick.
I thought he was getting out of the
Dover.
car pissed off. I thought he was going to get out yelling and just quit the race. I was surprised.
Let's just watch my stream.
6 spinning. The car in front is pitting.
Fuck, there's a car exit in the pits, heads up.
So Mispit Road.
8th place.
it's very easy to do there.
This is when my tire was at 19% on the right front when I finally made it to the pits. I love how I come over and said 6 pitting again.
Oh, I was wondering what happened. I figured,
Nobody
I'm like, oh,
heckled
he
him.
must have missed pit road.
30 pitting.
If that was TNA, we would have heckled him.
Yeah, I'm leading there, and it's like 6 pitting, 6 pitting again.
Okay,
I'm like, well, he
there's-
either got speeding or he missed.
Yep. Well, no, Kyle, I didn't get speeding until I finally made it into the pits.
He just got it.
Oh.
So that's number 2. That's number
So
2.
So I missed the pits. I sped into the pits. And
There we
I'm
go.
probably going to miss my pit box.
2.
Mm, yeah.
Too far forward, back it up, back it up, back it up. Too far forward, back
Mm.
Oh, that sucks. Yeah, it's those races where you're like, you know what? It's not my night. Just take
Philip.
what I can get.
I was too, Philip. I was waiting for a rage quit. I was sitting here like, don't make eye contact.
46 is fine.
After
Uh,
I missed road the
Really,
first time.
Kyle?
Oh shit.
Yeah, Jared
Yeah,
asked me, he's like, Corey, you get a penalty? I was like, yeah, after I missed pit road the first time. So that was, Chris, what was that?
That's fucking embarrassing.
That was fucking embarrassing. And yeah, that killed my night right there because I would have probably got, I think, 7th or 8th in Dover, but I got 12th, which not
Yeah.
bad, but
I mean,
Not bad. You
still
survived.
top
it's pretty
10.
good
Yeah.
considering.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think at one point, Mad Sim, we had all 6 of us were in the top 6.
Oh,
Like,
oh yeah, I heard you
It
guys
was-
talk about that on the broadcast.
So,
on,
so what I noticed this week, and I think I'm correct, all 3 races were all podiums of teammates so far, correct? Like, it was Corey's team the first week, I forget who it was last week, and it was all 3 on the same team this week. So it's been full teams
Yeah.
hitting the podiums each
Yeah.
week so far. That's pretty
Mad
cool.
Sim, yeah, it was Mad Sim again last week.
Yep.
Yeah, and now we're all just kind of like, Cody, how have you not won 3 races into the season? Like, what's going on? Is this an off season for you?
I know, right?
Like,
If nobody
Cody,
knows
you're
that,
3 races in. What's going on?
yeah,
But we're going to Coda
I'm-
next week on Thursday. So, we've got an ass kicking coming to us.
yeah. I gotta talk to Cody and see if he'll come on here because I'm sure he's got a lot of cool shit he wants to tell us. But nobody knows
Oh, yeah.
Cody's
Oh, he-
Cody's like the best guy in the best racer in Cyber Thunder, and
Cody's the
he's-
Jimmy
he's
Johnson
hard to-
of Cyber Thunder.
yeah. I mean, I'm a Jimmy fan, so I'll take. Yeah,
Yeah.
he definitely is.
Yeah, he's the Jimmy Johnson fan of, or he's the Jimmy Johnson of Cyber. It's like, yeah, Won again.
Chris,
Yeah.
you broadcasting the Super Speedway tonight?
Is there one tonight?
I don't know.
I think it's 6 weeks in a row. Yeah.
Oh fuck me.
I think we're only on week 3.
I
or
mean,
2.
I wasn't. I didn't know to.
I mean,
but I could.
You didn't get asked, so
I didn't get asked, but I could, and I think it would be a lot of fun. I've
I don't
actually
even
had a
know if
lot
they're
of fun.
Yeah, it's been
Well,
great.
Kyle, what are you doing? Would you like to co-broadcast a drunken race tonight?
Tonight, no, I don't have my computer, so.
Oh, there's no
It's
race
really-
tonight. Never mind. You're lucky, Kyle.
No race tonight. All right.
It's postponed. Why? Because Tanner's bowling. It's postponed.
Oh.
Next weekend, maybe. Yeah, we'll see. I should be home next
Ooh.
weekend, so if I'm not doing anything, yeah, I could.
I think
broadcast it.
Chris and Kyle would be a phenomenal pair. You both have magnificent broadcast voices.
Oh,
Aw.
thank you.
That's sweet.
No.
What? I don't have a magnificent broadcast voice?
Kyle, when you get bored, go back and watch this past Saturday's broadcast and listen to Corey. He's also about 15 beers into it, so.
Yeah.
Well, so was I. I mean,
But you just struggle with words like inaugural.
Inaugural.
But you
I
still
just have the
sound
Canadian
amazing. Is he drunk or is he Canadian? What's the deal here?
a little bit of both. All right, Amanda.
Yeah. He's close enough to Canada.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, my whole family is pretty much up in Quebec still, so I don't do the aboot and I don't do a lot of A's. So I do some A's,
Yeah.
but
Hey.
When
Do
we're
you
in,
say
again-
toque?
I do say
Yeah.
toque. I say
Do
toque.
you
'cause
really?
I order toque. Yeah, I order toques from you all the time.
Yeah,
Remember when I ordered toques and you're like, "What do you mean toque?
it's a beanie.
It's a beanie."
Yeah.
And I'm like,
That's a
"No,
beanie.
dude,
Well,
it's a toque."
down in like Alabama, they call them toboggans.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
wrong.
Like,
it's
that's-
a toque.
That's a sled, or that's like,
Yeah,
you know,
Yeah.
exactly.
a downhill sled, and then up here, a sled is a snowmobile.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we call snowmobiles
that-
sleds.
Look, we are
Yep,
one.
the beanie's
what's
a toque.
Beanie? It's a toque.
It's
A toque, a
I think a
toboggan,
beanie is-
a winter hat.
A
A winter
beanie.
hat.
there.
Yeah.
I
I think up
could
here,
go
a
get
beanie is
mine.
the one with
It's
the
over
ball
there.
on it.
No, those are just gay. I don't know what those are. All right, so
Thought I know.
I guess the big thing to pick up here on is tomorrow night, live right here on True Sim Productions. If you're watching,
I
on
love
True
how
Sim
your
Productions,
face
I hope
is
you are.
frozen like that.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Oh shit! I'll be right back.
Oh no, stay.
No, I don't
We're
want
almost
to
done. We're done. We're
All
done.
right.
He's
Fine.
like, fuck
Tomorrow
you
night,
guys.
live on True Sim Productions, it's Blazing Pedals coming at you with 300.
If you've got nothing to
freaking
do
laughs.
and you want to watch Martinsville for
Oh
4.5
my
hours,
If you're bored and want to see cars pace around the track,
It'll go
tune in
about
to True Sim
7:30.
Productions.
7:30 to midnight.
I may have downloaded an extra commercial or two for tomorrow night. I'm just saying.
Did you get a 30 pack?
Yeah, I should.
Mm.
I'm gonna be done with tonight's allottage. But yeah, right here live, True Sim Productions. It's gonna be Tanner Marr and myself up in the booth, ready to go for Blazing Pedals. And then hopefully next Saturday night we're gonna be live right here again on Race Chatter.
Yeah,
And
we'll be live.
perhaps we're gonna be doing some super speedway racing with Crooked Line Racing.
What's the next race?
Tomorrow night.
No, the Super
Kyle,
Speedway Showdown.
Wellman,
Oh,
where's
bud.
the next showdown race?
You gotta ask somebody else. I just get in.
Matt
and
Hall
start
said no
broadcasting.
thanks. He's got to be up at 5 a.m. on Monday, so he won't be checking out Blazing
Yeah.
Pedals tomorrow night. on True Sim
Racing.
Productions.
Try
tell
racing
you what.
tomorrow night. I get up at 4:30. I'll be
Come
shot
in
in the
tomorrow.
morning.
Come in tomorrow for like 5 minutes and just say hi. That would be.
Oh yeah,
enough.
Philip's not making the end of the race.
Philip
already
has
know
to
that.
get out of so
Yeah.
many races because he has to go into work. Oh,
Yeah, he had that happen at.
yep.
He got called in.
Yeah,
Then Tuesday,
I'll go ahead.
check out Cyber Thunder Racing Network and check out Kyle calling the trucks. Where they at?
Cyber Thunder.
I'll be calling Trek Cyber Network.
Cyber
What is
Thunder
the- what is-
Broadcast Network.
Cyber Thunder Broadcast Network. I know I've watched it several times.
Yeah, we're Nashville. Nashville
Yeah.
Super
Nashville.
Speedway.
Nice.
And then Wednesday nights, where are you on Wednesday nights?
Corey
We're
Stream.
racing Phoenix.
Yeah.
Corey Stream.
Yeah, it'll be
Okay.
Corey
my
Stream
stream.
there.
yeah,
We
my
need a
stream.
broadcaster for it.
We may have to do something about that. Thursday night.
I heard your Wednesday nights are free.
Yeah, they are now. Thursday night, Cyber Thunder, CLR. So pick your choice. And man,
Pick
it's
your
a-
poison.
It's a pick your poison.
Next Saturday
I race
night,
I-
at Super
racing coming
Speedway.
Thursday night
in the-
is Turn 3 Racing Network. They're at
we don't talk about them.
do you know Kyle? Do you know Chris started
You know?
Turn 3 Racing Network?
He actually started that.
Oh,
Well, me and Roger did,
okay.
or Roger and I.
Roger and
should say.
yeah.
I'm sorry, Amanda. Jeez.
Grammar
We're,
police.
Yeah.
Yeah,
let's
Roger
go
and I started that, and then we brought in a few others like KR.
Where do you start at?
Now-
Max Speed? Was it you started on?
No, I started at Catamount. God, what did Rick and I call that? Catamount Racing Motors.
Were you guys on Max Speed?
We were at max speed, and then we started TR Turn 3, and then here I am on TSP because
Yeah, I've been on Rudy's
I love
before.
Blazing Pedals. Yeah, Rudy's a good dude.
Mhm.
He just does some back end stuff that we didn't agree with, and that's why we started Turn 3. And
I think Rudy's retired, and I think it's Medlock now.
Oh yeah, could be.
Medlock's good too.
Yep.
I raced with Medlock in what was it? Roaring Thunder Racing League.
Oh god, yeah, Rolling Thunder, yeah.
Yeah, that's actually where I got started with. It was actually Jeff Dotson that got me into cyber.
Yep.
So yeah, wow, small world.
Oh yeah.
Well,
It's small,
yeah,
small
it's-
world around here in the sim racing world.
Yeah, it is. Everyone's raced with everyone at one point, I guess. So.
Yeah,
All
even
right.
if you don't remember the names, but there we go.
Yep.
That's
Yeah.
what's coming live here on True
Yeah,
Sim
just look
Racing.
at all these different channels and True Sim Productions. They're I think probably the Super Lates are back this week. ASRL's back this week on True Sim.
Yeah, I think everything's back. Yeah.
Yep. So we should have a lot of cool shit for your top 10 next week. And remember, send in your fan submissions. Links down below in the
Yes, please.
little descriptions. And we could play your videos here. Well, we will play your videos. Not we can. We will. And we will
You take AI racing?
iRacing,
Rex-
it doesn't
Rex-
matter. It doesn't
No,
matter if it's
bro,
iRacing or not.
AI.
AI.
Yeah.
You take the Rex with the
Just-
AI because they get
Sure.
pretty bad. Okay.
Send anything you want. Just say it's real life.
All
Be
right.
Like, look
I
at
know
fucking
Matt
Kyle
Spencer-
racing with Mark Martin and
Jerry's running. He's starting the Moist Mondays. For
Oh,
yeah.
Sim.
What?
Yeah.
I saw that Ed put it in our lounge racing chat. He's like,
Moist
yeah.
Mondays?
yeah, they call it the Moist
Moist
Mondays.
Mondays,
I was like,
sounds
that's
like
the
a
best name
gross,
ever.
like, Cinemax show or something.
80%
Like,
Obviously,
oh.
they're driving in the rain,
It's a
Amanda.
Oh.
Yeah.
Tampax,
so that'll be-
the official tampon of NASCAR.
Moist Mondays.
Like Bloody Thursdays.
Oh, come on, Amanda. That's gross.
Big Red, because if you ain't chewing Big Red, fuck you.
Yeah. Black Hawk knives.
You need tools to work
All
on
right.
serious
Yeah,
parts.
we gotta get out of here. All right, we will see you guys next Saturday night. Tune in 8 p.m. Eastern. Thank you, Amanda, for coming on. Thank you, Kyle, for coming on. Thank you, Chris, for coming on. And we will see you guys next Saturday night, 8 p.m. Until then, remember, checkers or wreckers. Last lap never left. Woo!